All right, we're live. What's going on, everyone? My name's Yizzy.
And my name is Shivam.
Welcome to Poke Tea Time, where we talk about the spicy stuff in the Pokemon community. And when I say spicy stuff, today's episode will be pretty spicy, right, Shivam?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's always spicy.
But yeah, we also two passionate people about Pokemon that really watch the market very closely and even talk to some influential people. So we're the reason I say that is like we're not trying to steer you wrong in any direction too. Okay. You have anything to add to the intro?
Oh no, I got nothing to really add. I mean, we're just here reporting what we see, and like Yizzy said, we're both very passionate people. And yeah, he talk about money, but I mean that's the upside about this hobby.
And
There is money
fire. That was
involved.
fire too. Fire.
Oh yeah, there is fire with the
Okay.
stuff that we do talk about. But yeah,
Okay. Oh, yo, what's up, Luke? What's up, Chow? They came in. All right. So we transitioned to the topic. I hope you have this pulled up on your thing. That way you can kind of see the digital art. I don't know if you do. Anyways, let's not waste time. So today we're talking about topic one: Pokemon Princess, aka Digital Princess now. Topic number two, we're talking about CGC and astroturfing, and we will explain that because that's pretty spicy and a touchy topic. We will also be doing a new segment called Sleeper of the Week, where I choose my favorite card that you should probably buy right now. And Shivam will pick one card also, and we've already talked about this card, and y'all definitely want to stay tuned for that card. And our third topic is should you buy Pokemon cards? And you're gonna love this episode. So let's start off with boom. Pokemon Princess, aka Digital Princess. Let's go back to our screen because I'm a noob. Um, yeah. Do you want to get started on this one, or you want me? Wait. Well, I'll introduce this because I feel like you could go on about this, right?
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
Pokemon Princess is a popular TikTok star with almost 200 or 2 million followers. And recently, she has been sued by Pokemon due to trademark issues because she tried to trademark her name Pokemon or Poke Princess, the Poke in her name. And Pokemon was like, yo, you can't do that. And also, I want to add that she has been an avid collector since she was like 18 years old, right? Like since she
Yeah.
was a young person or a young little Pokemon princess, aka princess. Also they did ask to either fork over some of your profit or change your name. So she decided to change her name, and I will also say she has no ill will towards Nintendo because of this. And yeah, Shivam, give us a little more insight on that aspect.
So she's been in the she's had that handle for about 8 years now. She's had Poke Princess handle for about 8 years now. And part of the reason why Nintendo specifically is suing her is because of the fact that she's selling merch with Pokemon on them. So
Hmm.
Pokemon are trademark. Even the characters that they have are trademark. Especially even the word Pokey is trademark. So even I watched her YouTube video that she made the other day on Friday, and pretty much regardless of how she like spells it out, if she were to add like any numbers, if she were to like make it look a different way, if it just looks or sounds pretty much the same thing any related to Pokemon, then they can't do anything. And then in regards of profits, I think she actually had to hand over all of her profits in regards to the merch itself.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to that in general. So she changed her name, and the thing is that I think when she was trademarking her name, I think she was using what's a legal service called that she used. It's very inexpensive legal service that she used. I forgot. That's
Okay.
my fault for not knowing exactly what it was. But essentially, she was able to. She actually had her trademark name in the works and was about to go through, but that also fell through due to the whole yes, LegalZoom. That's exactly what it was. She was using LegalZoom, and essentially, she should have just actually used an actual lawyer, but. It was all pretty much an innocent mistake, right? Like when it comes to the whole making a business and trademarking your own name, stuff like that is very, very difficult if you've never done it before. Which, in my opinion, I think it leads to a whole conversation that wasn't happening before, and that's can you profit um, as a content creator if you have the word pokey in your name? Is it a good idea to change your name, or is it okay to stay where you're at in regards to that? Because
Like Poke Tea Time.
yeah, like Poke Tea Time. Like this is something that we could probably potentially change in the near future. I
Mm.
see some people who do make Pokemon coloring books in regards to Halloween, and
Oh
that could
yeah.
potentially have issues in the future. But like I said, I mean, it opens up a brand new conversation in regards to the whole trademark Pokemon content creating aspect of it. And I think it's a really, really interesting thing that is now brought to light and
Mm,
what you can and can't do in regards to Pokemon. Because I feel like even though she has tattoos all over her body of Pokemon, and she's basically promoting Pokemon in her own way,
mhm.
it brings up about a bunch of different legal questions and potential
Yeah.
questions that you have to ask yourself as a content creator in the future.
Right. And I want to bring up the topic of this is a little controversial. So Pokemon's like fork over the name or rebrand, right? So were they allowing her to keep the name as long as she gives a percentage of her income based off her Poke name?
I don't think so, and the reason why is just because of the fact that her line of work doesn't necessarily agree with Nintendo or Pokemon, and
Right, OnlyFans,
it makes
adult
sense.
entertainment content.
Yeah,
We
it
can say
doesn't.
it.
It makes sense. It makes sense from their perspective to keep everything family friendly.
Mhm.
But I don't think that was the case. I think she actually had to hand over all of her profit in
Along with
regards
changing her name too.
along
Okay.
with changing her name.
Okay.
Correct. Like she had to
Gotcha.
do that.
Gotcha.
Because like it's an actual lawsuit. They could actually hold her even more accountable for it. But
Right.
because of where this is sort of like an innocent mistake sort of thing, and where she just wasn't really aware of the whole process in regards to actually trademarking and copywriting and
Right.
selling merch, that takes that basically becomes a huge conversation in itself.
Right. So, which leads to the question is if she wouldn't have requested that name or trademark, would this have been an issue? But if you think about it, eventually, right? Eventually, when she trademarked, because she's getting really big, she's growing one of the most biggest influencers as far as female Pokemon content
I mean,
creators.
she already is the
She
biggest
is actually,
influencer.
yeah.
She's the biggest Pokemon influencer there is. If you honestly think about it, you look at just her Instagram alone.
Mhm.
I think her Instagram had like how many? I can't remember exactly how many followers she has, but
260 something. I want to
yeah,
say that.
she's bigger than Rhymestyle and Leanheart combined,
True.
right?
True.
She's promoting Pokemon at a much bigger rate than those two influencers combined, and those are pretty much the biggest influencers in Pokemon on the North American side of things.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, she pretty much has such a. I think she has a huger, a bigger following on Instagram than Unlisted Leaf does, if I'm not mistaken.
On
I
Instagram.
think Unlisted is like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know exactly
Alyssa.
what the numbers are,
Yeah.
but I mean, if you have two hundred
Unprepared
thousand followers,
again, just like last week.
yeah, we're the least bit of it prepared, but like we're not wrong technically
Yeah.
speaking. But
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, 2 million followers on TikTok, right?
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
her CPM on that platform is ridiculous. If she even gets like for 15-second videos of just dancing or just even talking in general, she's making a
Right.
buttload of money, not to mention the amount of merch she has, the
Right.
amount of donations she has,
Mhm.
whatever line of work she does, she's making a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. I think I saw someone posted. She's like in the six figures every month.
yeah, of what she does, yeah.
Yeah, six figures. Like overall with OnlyFans, with streaming, with
Mhm.
just content, social
Yeah,
media
she's making
partnerships.
bank.
But
So
with that
like,
being said, I want
yeah,
to mention that like she's actually very positive about this situation. She even
yeah,
told all her viewers, "Hey, let's not harass Nintendo for this.
absolutely.
I'm definitely on their side of things as far as this. She has learned a lot of things through trademarking her name. So overall, a positive experience and a learning experience too.
Yeah, I mean, Marissa, she's been really upbeat about everything. She's been handling the entire process really, really well. I mean, of course, like anytime you have like a username or a handle that you've been using for so long, there is that attachment to it. Like I myself, I've been using Notshivam for for a really, really long time. I've probably been using it since like 2000 and 2000, like I guess whenever Instagram came out, 2011, 2010ish. I've
Hmm.
been using it for like the longest time, and so in this context, I mean, I can totally understand why she's upset about it. But
Hmm.
like I said, it's a whole learning experience. Anytime you do fail, that's not really a failure; it's a whole win right there. And I think she's handling it very, very well. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, she's going to continue to do and grow, and
Right.
I see so much more potential for what she can do.
Yeah. In the words of Rocky, it's not how many times you get knocked down; it's about how many times you get back up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's answer some questions. I see some questions in the chat. They said, What about Pikachu? Like the name Pika? What do you think about that? Trademark? Like, will you eventually?
I think right now it's perfectly fine. I think that eventually, if you blow up and you get bigger and bigger and bigger based upon your platforms, I think it's very important to actually get an actual lawyer on deck. Like, not LegalZoom, actually get a legitimate, like, lawyer
Mm-hmm.
in the process and have them involved and see what they have to say.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, they're gonna help you get through a lot of different things. But as of right now, I think you're perfectly fine. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's good to have. I mean, um, it works, and I mean, if you have to change it, then change it eventually. Start thinking of names that you can potentially change it to in the future.
That's pretty good.
So,
Pretty good. Awesome.
um, until then, just yeah, just do what you're doing and just wait it out.
100%. 100%. Yeah, which I think that's. Oh, something funny. I'll point this out. People started in her Instagram and her social media. I saw said a digital princess, right? So did she do it because of Digimon, or hold on, will she get sued by Digimon,
I don't
or no? I'm just kidding. That's it.
I don't think she will get sued by Digimon. I know she is a fan of Digimon. I am a huge fan of
Oh,
Digimon,
100%. I
but
have
she is
sealed booster boxes of
yeah,
Digimon and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And she actually has like she has Gabumon tattooed on her. So like I think that when she was talking to a legitimate lawyer, she was like, "Hey, can I change it to Digi Princess?" And I was like, "Oh man, Digi Princess could have actually sounded
Yeah.
pretty fire." But I think at that point Bandai would have came after her.
Yeah.
But like, how interesting would that be? Like, how interesting would like the journalism would be in regards to like I got sued by both Nintendo and uh, Bandai in regards to Pokemon and Digimon. That would have been very very interesting to see. But I think
Mhm.
that's why it
Yeah.
didn't happen.
Think about
I think
how
digital is
much
just in general.
social media push she got for that too, like being sued by
A
Nintendo.
lot,
Oh man.
absolutely. So many
100%.
viewerships, so many numbers too. Like it's absolutely ridiculous.
Good. All right. Anyways, that's all we're really going to talk about Pokemon Princess. We're going to end on a positive note on that.
Yeah.
Also, Bang, yo, sponsor us.
Nah, not Bang.
That gummit, you just ruined the whole thing, Shivam. I can't push this anymore. Okay, so topic 2. We have CGC astroturfing and boom, here we go. Here is something SM Pratt actually runs a forum called
Yes.
E4 where they
Yes.
talk about Pokemon, any interest as far as selling, any investment, or he gives a lot of good tips about it, right? And he
Hmm.
posted on his site that CGC employees were on multiple accounts shilling the Pokemon company, otherwise known as astroturfing. And if you didn't know what astroturfing is, it's basically putting down another company's name to
Hmm.
brand yours and look even higher, right? And
Yeah, essentially what they're doing is that they're creating just like random accounts and making it seem kind of grassroots in general. And then what they're doing is essentially just talking down upon PSA. That's pretty much what they're doing. Morally, it's just not okay.
mm-hmm,
It's not a really great thing to do.
mm-hmm,
I think as a company of that stature, like CGC is like their standard is grading comic books, but they're trying to make huge segue in regards to competing against Beckett and PSA because those are the actual standards
mm-hmm,
in regards to Pokemon. For
mm-hmm.
those of you guys who do not know who SM Pratt is, SM Pratt is one of the most intelligent and most knowledgeable person in regards to the whole Pokemon hobby.
Who lives in
He
his
has
grandma's
had
basement?
plenty, yes, but this guy has also had plenty, and I say plenty of Pikachu Illustrator cards come through his hands and
Oh my
pass over his
gosh,
hands.
unbelievable.
This guy is absolutely knowledgeable about what he's talking about. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, when you think about it, I mean, you're talking about millions of dollars that just passed through his hands. So,
Yeah.
um,
Let's also talk about like how I kind of want to talk about like the circumstances behind it. So how they actually got caught is they were using the CGC email and the same IP address
yeah,
as the accounts they were using on the E forum. So with technology nowadays, you can't do stuff like that. You know, like people are gonna
yeah.
see who you are and who is this person talking down upon it, right?
I
So.
think it could have. I think someone could have got fired. I think it was probably someone that was running their social media platforms, and they
Mm-hmm,
were like, "Okay, this is what you got to do.
mm-hmm,
This, and that." Because like
mm-hmm.
anyone could have multiple and run multiple Instagram accounts on their phone, right?
Right.
I think it had to do with. It could have been one person, maybe two. who probably got a green light from someone above them in
Mm-hmm.
regards to doing this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not sneaky at all. It's not in good standing.
You do know CGC also came out with a statement, correct?
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yes, so I will cover that too. I actually made a template on it. So CGC, after seeing all this happen, came out with a statement, and I'll read it for you. We are aware of the trading card forum decided to ban CGC and its employees today. After researching the matter, CGC determined that 2 of its employees were making posts in this forum using their personal forum accounts for CGC internal network. These employees were not authorized to post CGC on behalf of CGC. CGC does not endorse any of this content. All employees of CGC affiliate companies have been reminded of our social media policies, which prohibits personal posts about our companies or competitors. And then basically they gave their email number and saying, if you have any more questions about this, please feel free to contact us. And it was posted by Max Spiegel, their SVP sales and marketing.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that was gonna happen. I mean, I didn't know. I didn't know what the relationship was in regards to green lighting this whole thing. And I guess whoever was in charge of the social media platforms were just doing it out of hand. I mean, I don't.
That's
Makes
pretty
sense.
good. They're doing
Yeah.
What's that called? Where you like damage control. That was quick damage control because
It was, but the thing is that once it's already out there, it's already out there. Like what type of blow did this do or cause to CGC, right? Like I know Charlie, if you those of you guys who don't know who Charlie is, Charlie was someone who was in Ludkins, who still has really, really great standing with Ludkins. I still think he still works with Ludkins,
sure.
but is at CGC right now.
He is their one of their supervisors of that department.
I think so.
He's
but
a high position for it. High position.
Yeah. Charlie's a great dude. He's very, very credible in this whole space. I just think that it did give people a negative perception in regards to CGC, and I think it's going to stop people from going to CGC. Is it a great grading service right now? That I don't know. In my honest opinion, I think the grading service itself, I think that service itself needs to prove itself a little bit more. I do love the fact that they are able to grade error cards. I think they do an outstanding job with that. Whereas, like if you were to send error cards to BGS, they kind of mark it down. But I know CGC does an absolutely phenomenal job with that. For me, PSA and Beckett are the standard. PSA just offers way more services, so that's what I stick to.
But good point. That's a really good point.
Moving on, I just think that CGC, they're gonna mess up. Like anytime you start something new, there's gonna be bumps along the road, and I think eventually once they clear things out and they start offering different stuff, and I think they'll be, I think they will be a force to reckon with if they keep the price points that they have, and if they get through grading a lot faster than everyone else.
Yeah. Also, I feel like the general stand between this topic is pretty split in half from what I'm seeing in social media. Like, another thing is like, don't base 2 people's mistake off a whole company. There's so many more people working there other than 2 people, and it would be unfair to just put a company down over a mistake by their company employees, you know. And I can see that if you're working for a company, you want to be passionate for who you work for. At least for me, if I'm working for a company and I'm not enjoying it there, I'm gonna leave. But if I do enjoy it, it's almost like a brother to me, right? So there's always that brother and sister that's gonna hype this company up. There's always that brother and sister that's gonna be super passionate about it, and maybe like, you know, I want us to do so well. The company I work for, I want us to do so well. So they make mistakes like talking bad about another company, which is really unfortunate. You sound like you want to say something about that.
No. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think that I mean it's a good grading service from what I'm seeing. I just think for me as someone who middlemans a lot of cards, I think it takes a lot for me to actually just say like, hey, I'm gonna start getting my cards graded by CGC. They need to develop their whole grading thing a little bit more. Probably offer a little bit more services. I love the fact that they are grading error cards the way they do. I think that's absolutely phenomenal. If they start offering a lot more different services, that'd be fantastic.
Oh, yes. What name one service that you would prefer? Just one thing before you say
grading error packs.
Error packs. I do see a lot of that.
And the reason why is just because of the fact that PSA they don't grade them, and I do have Hidden Fates error packs.
I know. That would be awesome though.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic if they start doing that. If they implemented their own case and they actually got air packs graded, I would actually send it to them because I do like the fact of having authenticity. And I mean, like PSA, they basically authenticated my packs were real and they weren't actually damaged through
Mm-hmm.
sun fading or anything of the sort.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it would be really really nice to actually have them in case because that offers that offers so many different avenues in regards to like trades
Yeah.
or using it for leverage of any sort with a
Mm-hmm.
cash and card sort of trade or
Right.
just sellability just goes up the roof in regards to doing that. So I
Mm-hmm.
think if they start doing that, that'd be absolutely phenomenal. I've talked to them. I mean, they're really quick
They
in
are.
regards to their social. Yeah,
Instagram.
they're really quick.
Is
Yeah, through Instagram, they're absolutely phenomenal. So I just
100%.
think that um, if they just keep up with what they're doing and just offer more services, then
Mm-hmm.
I would be ecstatic about that.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of upside to them. Yeah, I'm pretty neutral about them. Also, there's a few
Yeah,
things I would love for them to fix. As far as centering wise, they did fix it a little bit better from left and right. It's centered, but they do center the whole print, like the Gem Mint, the PSA 10, not PSA, number 10 or out of 10, whatever the grading
yeah.
number, and they centered the whole thing. I would love to see the number actually centered in the box and then the title on top, you know?
I would like to for me in general, I love their encasing. I love their I love their cases.
Mm-hmm.
But I want something different in regards to their label. Like it'd be really cool if they like personalize every single label. Like let's say you send a Pikachu,
Uh-huh.
put a Pikachu in the
I
actual label itself.
yeah,
That'd be
we
hype.
should we can talk about that all day, but I feel like yeah,
Yeah.
I could. Oh man. Okay. Anyways, let's go on to man, we're flying through these. Thank you everyone for joining. Also, yeah, smash
Yeah.
that like if you get a chance.
Literally get a hammer and smash the like button.
With the greatest of ease.
No, with the utmost force.
Okay. All right. So let's transition to the pick of the week, right? Is that what I called it? Sleeper of the week. Okay, sleeper of the week. I'm
Yeah,
gonna start it
careful.
with.
You don't want Jordan or Nate coming after you for saying pick of the week.
Is there a pick of the week?
It's card pick of the week.
Card pick. Okay, sleeper. Ours is so much better.
No,
Like,
I like yours
please.
too.
Huh? I'm just kidding. I'm
I
just
like
kidding.
yours too.
It's funny. It's funny. Yours. This is ours, Shivam. Why you disclose?
I like both of them. They're good friends of mine. I can't talk negatively about it. I
That
like
wasn't
it.
negative.
I love that part of the
That wasn't
segment.
negative. But this name is ours. It's our name.
Yeah, sleeper of the week. I like it.
Okay.
That is a
You
fire
said
name.
your, like I like your sleeper. Yeah, okay. Anyways, no. I love Jordan Fringe and I love everybody. I can't really think of anybody I don't like in the
Yeah.
community other than the people that are doing morally things wrong. Like,
Right.
okay. But anyways, whoops, wrong one. It is sleeper of the week. I'll do mine first. Okay. So
That's
mine,
Digital Princess.
yeah, I know. So mine is Expedition Charizard. And for number one, I want to point out just how beautiful the art is. Okay. I really like this is what I like about it. I love the art. Okay. I love the cosmetic aspects of the e-reader. Like for some reason, it's just very, very it adds a lot of character to the card because most cards have the full print. I also want to say you can probably there's a reverse edition or reverse holo of it. There's also a non-holo version of it. And with the right research, you can get this for under $100. There's also a holo version, not this art, but a holo version of this card that is actually hitting like $300 for a mint. But I chose this one in particular. I didn't want to use the other one, which was I was close to choosing it, but the art on it, the face of the Charizard, I was like, whoa, I didn't know it was kind of like that. But this, I saw one for $30. $30 for an Expedition Charizard for a light played one? Come on, Shivam. Give me.
I mean,
give me some.
for holographic Expedition Charizard, it's more like $600 to $700 right now. I literally just looked it up.
I did, but I'm talking about with the right research, you can find one.
Probably, maybe. I mean, if you're going like card shops, maybe, but like people have near mint cards, like they have it marked up so high just because of the fact the market is completely dry in regards to finding near mint cards. You will not like if someone has something listed for near mint, it's more than likely on eBay. It's probably lightly played, but in this context, like near mint like based
Yes.
upon grading
Yeah.
grading figures alone.
Hmm.
You're like that card alone, you're talking about $600 to $700
But I
easy.
think
Like,
it's still nice to have like I did see one for Hollow. It was kind of like you said, light played to medium played, but you can
mhm.
find it for that much. But I'm talking about like
Right.
$100 card. So I'm not even gonna touch on the other
Yeah,
one.
just for the non-hollow, I think that's an absolutely good pick to have. I think that just from what we're seeing with Team Rocket in
Well,
general,
well,
um,
well
first edition team.
I say let's transition to your pick because
Okay,
I
okay.
want this segment just to be short. You know, the Team
Oh
Rocket
well,
stuff will.
this is on topic though. So like in regards to non-hollows,
Uh
I
huh.
think that's a good pick because like we're seeing first
Okay.
edition non-hollow Dark Charizards
Uh huh.
actually spike in value like significantly. I think a PSA 10 first edition Dark Charizard is going for $500.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's crazy. All right, so and start on yours now.
All right, so we have the unlimited Japanese Blaine's Charizard card,
Woo!
uh, illustrated by Ken Sugimori. I
Woo!
think this is an absolutely affordable card to have. This card goes for roughly $35 to $100 and market value raw. I think this card is an absolutely great pick to have because, I mean, think about it this way. We're looking at Japanese cards right now, and I think in this context, like I have a PSA 10 first edition, no PSA 9 first edition Blaine's Charizard holographic card right here in the stack of boxes, like in this box right here. But when you're looking at the Japanese version of the card itself, Japanese cards always grade really, really well. I think that you're looking at, I think a PSA 10 is listed for like $2,000 on eBay, so I think it's a pretty affordable card to have. I don't know what the soul listings are in regards to the card, but I do know that for a $35 to $100 card, that's a steal all day, every day. I mean, when
Mm-hmm.
you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know what the pack prices are going for in regards to the Japanese cards, but I think that Japanese holographic Charizard cards are still following suit in regards to the price increases. It's not hitting as hard. So I think eventually you're gonna start seeing people buy into it, just like how you see people buying into Japanese Charizard cards for base sets. So you're gonna see the same thing apply across the board. I just think that if for those of you who do have a budget of under $100, you can cop 3 of these right now, or just stay in auctions and buy one, get it graded, and you're looking at a decent amount of profit there. Because at the end of the day, this is vintage
Mm-hmm.
Charizard cards, right?
Yeah.
This is 19. This is a very, very
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful card. This is actually, fun fact. This Charizard is actually this card was the Charizard itself was actually illustrated before Mitsuhiro Arita's Charizard, actually. Because if
Really?
you look, yeah, if you look
Hold
at a
up.
lot of the art, because Ken Sugimori illustrated Charizard, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yeah, I see it now. I see it.
there's
Okay.
3 different artworks that Ken Sugimori illustrated on cards.
Mm-hmm.
One being the Top Sun non-holo Charizard card,
Mm-hmm.
the other being the Top Sun holographic Charizard card, and then finally Blaine's Charizard that you see right here. Blaine's Charizard right there is just a close-up version of the Charizard itself, but this was actually in the mix of actually being part of base set. Actually, this could have been our base set Charizard, but
I
Mitsuhiro
can't
Arita
imagine
actually
that.
chose. Pokemon actually chose Mitsuhiro Arita's Charizard instead. So
Oh
that
yeah.
was very, very big.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Well, that is our sleepers of the week.
Hmm.
We'll be doing this segment. I'll probably include like a little jingle next time. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, you got to sing it.
Yeah, yeah. No. I'm talking about like a cool little jingle from the computer. Where it's like
No,
ding,
just
ding, ding.
get your ukulele or whatever, and then sing it.
Maybe. That's my halftime shows on my live, so y'all should join in when I open packs. But our last topic, boom, boom, boom. I keep clicking that one. I keep going to Pokemon Princesses. Okay, our last topic is should you buy Pokemon cards? And this may be a little bit long
Yeah.
because we can go on and on about this all day
Yeah.
because the market right now is insane. Like, y'all even know this, and it's not even just the Charizards, it's everything, and it's so much to talk about, but we're gonna try to hit this as efficient as possible and make it worth your time.
So you want to go first, Susie?
Okay, yeah. I actually want to talk about the base set Charizards, honestly, because I have an
Go
experience.
ahead.
Because I want to let people know, like, even though we're talking about like what's going on, let me give y'all like a personal experience. Because I feel like some of y'all like personal experience, right? So I used to do the 60 seconds. I'm about to show you how I invest in Pokemon in 60 seconds, and I made that like last month, right? I did about 5 videos. I posted 3 of them. There's 2 of them that haven't posted, and one of them was the Charizard. Okay, and I started editing it. And when I was editing this in August, early September, August, I said this Charizard I paid $200 for. I'm about to let y'all know how much I paid $200 for. I also offered Shivam if he wanted to have one also, and he turned it down. Just saying that. Just throwing it out there for the people.
Hey, but I told
Shivam
you to get
turned
it.
down a PSA 9 Charizard base set. Anyways, I made the video and I was like, I paid $200 for this, and it is going for listings for $1,200 right now and sold for $1,000. I said that in my video. I waited about a couple of days later and I started, screen capping. That way I can show people the listings. They were all gone. All 1,200 listing, or not 1,200, $1,200 listings of the Zard were all dried up, and there was only listings for $2,000. And I was like, I can't use this video anymore because I just lied to everybody. So I waited 2 or 3 more days. I worked on another project. I went back. I'm like, all right, let me change it up. Let me clip it this time. The $2,000 were gone. They were all gone, and there was only $3,500. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And just now, the Zars are selling. People are posting online like crazy, selling for $7,500.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And this is not just a Charizard. These are happening around all the other sets.
Yeah.
Even
Oh yeah.
like Shivam will touch on this a lot more, but I've been talking to a lot of people, and the general consensus around the most avid collectors, is Team Rocket is about to explode.
Yeah.
It's about to take off. It is so undervalued, and I'll give you this for a quick reference. The first edition box is still cheaper than the base set unlimited for the WotC boxes. It's
Mm-hmm.
still cheaper. They're going for about $1,200 right now.
No, it's $1,600
Well,
for a
last week.
first edition.
Last
Oh
week.
yeah, that's last week.
Last
But
week
now
was
there's sixteen hundred
1,200. Yeah,
dollars.
somebody was like, if you can source it,
16,000. Sorry, 16,000.
yes, and that's still less than the base set.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And just 2-3 weeks ago, the base sets were 20, and it sold for 25,000. Right? So who made
Yeah,
that?
it's already 25 grand.
Yeah,
I think
ZNG did that.
someone has it listed for like 30 grand now.
Yeah. Yeah, Shivam, tell them more of the kind of like how is it trending more, because I feel like you have a lot of
So,
insight on that.
going back to your personal thing, I'll tell my personal thing.
Yeah.
I bought this PSA 9 base set Charizard card for $275 in September. I just showed my parents the receipt for it. I also put it up on my Instagram story. But
Yeah.
anyways, I bought it for $275. Now, at that time, Yizzy was relatively new to the community. He's like, Shivam, should I drop like $200 for a PSA 9?
Yeah.
I was like, bro, that's a good deal. I bought mine for $275. Market at that time when Yizzy was trying to buy it was like,
Yeah.
I think a little over $300. So I was like, dude, you need to cop it right now. He said, Shim, should you get one too? I said, nah, man. I turned it down because at that time, I think I was saving up for a PSA 8 Gold Star Charizard card, which I have now.
Mhm.
But I copped it. But yeah, I did turn down what is now a $7,000 card right now. But we're seeing base set blow up. And so what you're going to start to see is you're going to start seeing eventually, I think hopefully, well, I wouldn't say hopefully. I'd say you're going to see some of it slow down a little bit. And then you're going to start seeing people try and look for different ways to where they can actually invest. And I think overall, other sets in WotC are very much undervalued right now. You look at it this way. Okay, I bought back in September. Market value for a base of Charizard card raw was $80 to $100 near mint.
Mm-hmm.
A first edition Dark Holo Charizard card at the time was going for roughly 115 to even 150, depending on when and where Hidden Fates came out. Because once Hidden Fates came out, it went from 145 to 115. But anyways, if you look at a PSA 10 right now, a PSA 10 is what, a little over $5 grand. And you look at a PSA 10 for base unlimited, that's 20 grand. You're going to see tremendous growth for first edition Dark Charizard cards because it's still very much undervalued.
Yes.
Very much undervalued.
Dark Charizards.
I mean, for those of you who do have a little bit of spending money to go through, you're probably wondering, should I buy a booster box or should I buy packs or should I buy sealed cards? Well, the thing is, the best investment opportunity in regards to overall cards to really look at or sort of pay attention to are cards that are slabs. Graded cards are very much undervalued compared to box prices because they still have time. They had to catch up to that. So you look at WotC in general. This is how I rank it, right? You have your box price. As box prices increases, so do actual packs increase. But the thing is that what follows suit after that is slabs. Slabs do follow suit afterwards. So what we're seeing right now in regards to base set going up in prices is just because of the fact that Logan Paul sold his booster box packs for what is $400,000. You're just now seeing that. I mean, at that time when he bought his box for $200,000, it basically dictated the price of a base set 10 for being worth 10 grand. But once that whole thing, basically when he sold all of his packs, that basically indicated that a base set PSA 10 is now worth $20,000. So, I mean, you're seeing increases across the board. I wouldn't say they're starting to appreciate. These cards have been appreciating in value since September of last year. Like, you're starting to see tons and tons of these cards go up in value. I went to my card shop yesterday, bought this beat up base set Charizard card for $100. I have it on eBay right now. Last night it got up to $280.
Is it more
still
now?
Yeah, it's people have it. The highest bid right now is $280, was 6 days ago.
I'm pretty sure you did the research, but how much did an ending, like a sold listing for that, go for right now? Like a heavy play?
PSA 5. I would say this is a PSA 5
not
or
PSA, just raw, like that.
Raw. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
I feel like that was something you would have looked at.
The reason why I sold it, the reason why I put it on eBay is because of the fact that if people just look at the pictures alone, they're like, okay, this is maybe a PSA 5 or a PSA 6, potentially high PSA 6. If they can get it slightly underneath market value and get it graded for, maybe $20 to $50, they're still at even, right? It's not as competitive as an actual slab, but it makes it a little bit more lucrative because you don't know what you're actually going to get. Yeah. Plus, people are still trying to finish up binder collections, right? You sell one raw, it makes it makes it just as lucrative because people want to complete binders.
Right. Which brings up the question about the Zard, since we're on top of it. When do you think it'll cap off, right?
I don't think we'll see it cap off.
Oh, also, I want to make a disclaimer. We're not telling you what to invest in. We're not telling you what to spend your money in. This is just our experience and what we're trying to do.
We're basically just trying to tell you to be on the lookout for some stuff. Pay attention, do your own research. Once you've gathered enough information in regards to what you want to buy, then I say go for it. But we're not going to give you actual financial advice in regards to this because we don't have licenses.
Yeah, but we can tell you like what we're doing. So with that being said, and you're talking about these crazy increases in prices, like I didn't even think the Zard, like $3,000 was like, oh, it's gonna be there for a while, but it's gonna be $4,000 creep up. But this is exponential, like daily price increases, weekly exponential price increases. So where does it stop? And
I don't think it's gonna stop anytime soon. I think with the
can I finish on this?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Because I've noticed a trend, and I want to let everybody know. Okay, so we see. Let's keep it really basic. Logan Paul. 400,000 for a box. Zard, 400,000. The Zard increased to, well, let's just say he paid 200,000 because we haven't seen another one go for 400,000. So let's just say 200,000. The Zard sold for 200,000, right? So 100% of the box is basically how much a PSA 10 Zard goes for. So how much is a base set box? Unlimited. 25,000, right?
Yeah,
so if we compare apples to apples, a PSA 10 Unlimited should go for $25,000 also, correct?
Not necessarily. So typically speaking, a box is supposedly worth way more than the actual...
No, I'm just talking about comparing apples to apples. $200,000.
Yeah, I mean, you are, but like you have to look at it from this context, okay? The same day that iconic auction ended for $220,000, and then this box are basically selling for $400,000. That's the new price now. In this context, yes, it's pretty much right along the lines of like, okay, this box sold for $200,000 and this card sold for roughly that much. You would think it's basically the same,
but it is because the PSA 10 Zard is going for $25,000 right now. $20,000.
Yes and no. I mean, Logan Paul just bought one from Gary for $150. So I mean, you're looking at that range right there.
I'm talking about the base set unlimited. It's listed
Oh,
for
yeah, yeah, yeah,
20 to 20,
yeah.
around the 20,
Pretty
25.
much, yeah,
So it's like apples to apples in that. So I'm trying to paint a picture for everyone. So
yeah.
a PSA 9 first edition is $100,000, right? So roughly 50% of how much the box is worth.
Yeah, it's there. There's one on auction right now for PWCC for a 9.5, I think,
Uh-huh.
and it's already at $90,000.
Okay, so let's bring it back down to unlimited. It should be $10,000. So with that being said, and I'm just using recent, I'm not telling. I know you mentioned, which you have every right to mention, the 400,000, because if it's sold at that, that's the price. But I just want to kind of
Yeah,
take that one pricing away. So
yeah.
I feel like the PSA 9 should be at $10,000, and I feel like it's going to plateau right there based off the trend of how much the price in relative to the PSA card.
Right. Essentially, we're gonna see a level off. We're gonna see it level off. Unless someone else comes into the space and they buy something at a new all-time high, that's when you're gonna start seeing things right now. So I think, you're gonna see it level off for a PSA 9 roughly around, um, I don't know. We had to base it off of, okay. So according to Jeremy Padower, a PSA 9 is roughly 30% of a PSA 10. Okay, so based upon this current auction that's going on for a PSA 10 right now, where a
It's not
PSA 10 is
30%,
already at
50%.
right, it's at 50%. So if we see
Corona.
this card, go up in value
Mm-hmm.
towards the end of next week, when the auction does end, it's already at $20,000.
Yeah.
If this auction does end, we will potentially see, I don't know. I think right now the current pricing is where it should be, but not really at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have to see the fact that, think about it this way, right? Population does matter, but for a
Though?
PSA, it does matter.
Yeah.
Charizard populations do matter. Like, think about it this way: how many people watched that stream of Logan Paul? Over 7 million people watched that, right?
Yeah.
There could be 4,000 nines, but 4,000 nines is nothing compared to
Relative
7
to
million
7
people.
million, correct. You're right. And
Exactly.
that's
So like
why it's
you're
drying
going
up.
to see, yeah, and the thing is that you also have to see a lot of sports collectors coming into the space because they see Pokemon as a store of value, just like gold.
Mm-hmm.
Gold is a store of value. So is Pokemon cards, and compared to sports cards, because sports cards are still a gamble, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak. Yes, there is a value there, and you can still sell it, and you don't lose your pants, kind of like gambling.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that in regards to sports cards, Charizard isn't going to tear an ACL. Charizard isn't going to get caught in a scandal. There is no next game for Charizard.
Yeah.
So like when sports collectors see this, and it's like towards the end of basketball season or towards the end of football season, they can literally sell all of their cards and put it into Pokemon. And then when the new season comes up, they can sell whatever Pokemon cards they have and put it right into sports cards. So you're seeing a lot of sports people coming into the space because they see populations in regards to Pokemon, and it's so lucrative. It is super lucrative.
Yeah. But it's going to get to that point where, like, I forgot what the percentage is. It's like 5% of people, like, how much they make, right? And what percentage of people in America, or should we just speak on America, or Americans make that can afford a $10,000 Charizard right now, PSA 9, especially when you separate into the sports category of collectors and actual Pokemon passionate people that would actually pay this.
Well,
right?
I mean, there's a lot of people who sell stuff internationally. Like I know my buddy just put his PSA 6 on auction and he opened it to international, and it's already at $600+. Like it's crazy with what's
Jeez.
going on.
Yeah.
I just think that there is lots of room to grow. There's plenty of room to grow in other areas. Like it blows my mind how a PSA 10 unlimited Charizard is pretty much what a PSA 10 Gold Star Rayquaza is going for. And I was just talking to my buddy Alex Hodges the other day. Actually today, I was like, it's crazy how this one base set card that's going for auction right now for $20,000 is already worth way more than most of the Gold Star cards out there.
Because just a second ago, when Loot Box Juice pulled it, he was like $10,000 card, and that was like sometime last year, right, or early this year.
Yeah. It was. He pulled it twice, once on Leonhardt's channel and the other time himself. It's just, it's absolutely bonkers with what's going on right now, and just what's going on with base set in particular. You have to look at it in the context, like the fact that other WotC sets and other chase cards are still very, very much undervalued, and I think that's what people should really look at.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even look at TCG. I mean, look at Meiji, look at Nisui, look at Tomy, look at Cardis, look at Thompson. All of those cards are still very much undervalued and have a lot smaller population in regards to TCG in general. You're looking at Cardist, right? You look at Cardist cards, and you're looking at populations way, way below base set 1999 cards. And the thing is that this card, like Cardist cards, are 23 years old. It's very much a great, great opportunity to look at. You look at some Topps cards. Topps cards are still very much affordable, and they have a lower population in regards to stuff.
I think ridiculous. That's a really good investment. Not as far as like taking advantage of the hype, but taking advantage of that's a bad word to say, taking advantage of, but something that will appreciate and value for a true collector in the future. So once that dries up, the true collectors will really want those cards. They'll be like, wow, those are really attractive. I even bought some myself.
I mean, you look at
as a passionate collector, that's something I want to look at. Even though, you know, WotC cards are nice, those cards are actually really nice because that's when Pokemon started too, right? They're really old cards, and as a real collector, for the future, that's something that people will want. Passionate Pokemon collectors will want and will spend the money for. So
I think investors too. Yeah, you look at it from this point, right?
But I don't think people in hype, like the sports people, will want that type of stuff and won't pay that money.
They're already doing that. They're
already
doing
like
that.
Meiji?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there is another podcast called Card Talk where you have Lou Janu on there. You have Tyler. Like these people.
The Texas
it's
guy?
1:37 in the morning. It's basically underneath Gary V. Jerry Padawer, he was on there not too long ago. He was talking about Top Sun and Cardist in particular. And so what else comes into that conversation? Well, Meiji does too. Well, a lot of those people follow Jeremy Padawer after that. And this guy, he knows what he's doing because he's paying attention to trends and whatnot. So like when you look at a lot of these different sets that came before 1999 English cards, these cards are still very much viable back then. And at that time, Pokemon was just basically allowing a bunch of different card companies to produce their cards until after, 2004. At that point, Pokemon was basically just doing everything themselves. And so in this case, like when you look at Pokemon in general, a lot of that stuff that was illustrated then, a lot of that stuff was basically illustrated by Ken Sugimori. If you look at the 1997 Cardist set, all of those cards were produced by Ken Sugimori.
Yeah.
All of those were illustrated by the legend himself. Like this guy was the guy who was responsible for turning the sprites into what you see today. And he's in charge of Pokemon development right now. Like this dude is a legend. So when you look at cards like that, that's a whole new opportunity for people to actually come into the space with, right? You look at
the only reason. So sorry to interrupt you here. The only reason I say that is I'm coming from a collector's standpoint. Okay,
right?
So these sports people that are buying these Meiji cards and stuff, like me in general, it's like, do I want to spend $1,000 on the WotC cards or this Meiji cards? Like I was even on the fence for buying this. The only reason I buy this is because I am a collector. But if they appreciate this value, I don't feel like passionate card people will actually buy into somebody that's trying to take advantage of that, right? Because this was never on the spectrum of my list. And I'm not talking about like the high end. I'm not sure that market, but there's, I would say 60 to 70% people can relate to like what I'm going through, right? So I'm speaking in terms of like how I look at it as not as like an investment standpoint or from the higher levels. Because you have to think about how casual collectors feel, you can't just keep preying on like, oh well, this in the future will do. I mean, they can have that genre if they want, right? Because like I said earlier in our other podcast, the vintage collectors and the modern set collectors, the space is getting wider and wider, and if you're not catering towards the casual collectors anymore, we're not going to buy into it. That's just like a little perspective, and you can say something about that. That's just kind of how I feel. Like
so, like I totally get what you're saying, but we're no longer in that. That's an ideal scenario, right? We're no longer in that space anymore. We're basically in a space right now where institutional funding is here. You have to understand that there are cards out there that are more viable in terms of an investment opportunity, which is why you're going to get a lot of people, like even collectors in general, hardcore collectors in regards to vintage. Even myself, I'm a very passionate collector. I was buying a lot of these cards up before market hype even caught onto it. I bought this card right here. This is a 1997 Cardist checklist card. This is a population of 25, right? At that time, I was like, okay, I want to buy this card. The card was listed raw for $150. I sent in a best offer for 50. The guy accepted it at the time, got it graded, spent $20 to get it graded, and it came back as a 9.
Mm-hmm.
This is now officially, anywhere between a $3,000 to $4,000 card.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that it becomes very, very viable as an investment opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
because even if you're a collector, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of collectors have a specific way of how they collect, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are people who only collect Noibat cards. There are people who only collect Arcanine cards, like yourself. There's so many different ways of collecting that if you can say, hey, I want to invest my own money into something else that I really don't have any sentimental attachment to,
Mm-hmm.
sell it, and then use that money to basically further my own personal collection, then every collector out there is already wanting to do that. There's people already out there right now that's doing that. I have so many clientele that send in so many cards on a regular basis just to get graded in bulk,
Mm-hmm.
to flip later on, just so that they can put that money towards their own personal collections.
Mm-hmm.
That happens all the time. There's nothing wrong with that, but that is the side of investing.
Yeah.
And so when you have people who are coming in from sports, right? Like, you can't say they're not real collectors, because at the end of the day, in 1999, Pokemon did $1 billion in sales back then. It was
Mm-hmm.
so revolutionary that it basically influenced an entire generation. Now it's already influencing another generation that's younger than us. So, like, the way I look at it is, like, Pokemon is here to stay, but when you get to certain cards, like base set and first edition base set cards,
Mm-hmm.
it's starting to become very, very unaffordable, like you said, to a lot of the collectors that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you see that happen, people are going to start to look for other different avenues to basically try and get the same cards or same sort of nostalgia feeling in regards to it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't born, I have no nostalgia in regards to looking at cards pre 1999. But the thing is that the artwork itself brings about feelings of nostalgia. There is
Right.
that feeling there, right?
Right.
When you look at old artwork, it's like, wow, I love this.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you look at that, you're going to see collectors go to that. You're going to see investors go to that, because at the end of the day, when things are very much undervalued and they see potential in things, they're going to put their own money
Mm-hmm.
right there, and they're going to wait, and they're going to sell, or they're going to hold. Myself,
Yeah.
I'm going to hold on to the cards that I've bought
Mm-hmm.
that have low populations. If
Yeah.
it's a very modern card, I might actually sell it, because at the end of the day, I have less attachment to those. I mean, there is a lot of attachment to my more modern Charizard cards versus my older cards. I mean, I wouldn't say more. There's just about the same amount of sentimental attachment to it. But I'd be more inclined to sell the newer stuff versus the moderns. I mean, the older stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. So I believe you on that, and I think your clientele in the end will be the Pokemon card collectors. It's just hard to imagine. I mean, it's definitely you're predicting like the future. I have a hard time seeing sports people get into like that type of catalog.
No, they're here. They're here right now. I get
buying like the pocket monsters and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that feels
that's
really
being
unfortunate.
serious about it.
That's really unfortunate.
It's happening right now. So like even before COVID even happened,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a collector. Period. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I buy Pokemon video games. I buy Pokemon sealed food.
Right.
I buy toys.
Right.
I buy cards.
Right.
So even before all of this happened, I was buying and competing against other hardcore collectors in regards to the toys, in regards to cards. The whole, like, toys in general is so niche, but it's so competitive. So when you start seeing collectibles get dried up, when you start seeing food get dried up, when you start seeing cards get dried up, cards have been getting dried up since September of last year, but no one was paying attention to it because of the fact that there was such a supply on eBay. Once that supply got really, really low, that's when you start seeing prices go up, and that happened faster than normal due to COVID. People were at home, people were looking at prices, people were saving up money. And so that's the whole reason why a lot of prices are going up, and people are banking on this because of how much influence Pokemon had back then. I mean, it's tough to say, it's sad to say, but I mean, at the end of the day, I welcome it all. I have no issues in regards to investors coming into the space, sports people coming into the space, because Pokemon was on everything back in the 90s. You have Play-Doh, you have video games, you have so many different things that had Pokemon on it. Even plates had Pokemon stuff on it. Like, it was everywhere. So it's hard to really say that, like, these people aren't true collectors. They could have, like, they're back into the hobby now, and they're like seeing it as a fun way to invest, right? I mean, when you look at sports in general, sports cards are it's so complicated because there's so many different there's so many different companies that produce these cards that it makes it really, really difficult to pick what to really get into.
Mm-hmm.
So it just works.
Yeah, I remember when somebody said, along with the, this might have nothing to do with it, but more of like the investment side of like the salty people that people are coming into our category. Like again, I'm not judging based off if it's good or bad. But he was saying like if your Pokemon cards that you bought were worth $0, would you still be in this hobby? And that's a really good point.
Oh yeah, Bo Dangers put that up. Bonnie, she put that story up just a few. She put a story the other day up, and me personally speaking, as a collector, absolutely, I wouldn't care.
Yeah. So,
but as someone who is also 25 years old, as someone who's an adult who spends a lot of money on their stuff, you want to see a level of retention of what you put into the hobby, right? I don't care. Like if prices were to go automatically down to what they were back in September, shoot, I'd still be buying up. I'm buying cards still right now. Like I haven't been priced out at all.
Yeah.
There isn't any issues in regards to finding steals and deals, right? If you have any issues in regards to what the prices are, literally go out to card shops and buy stuff. Like there's so many card shops out there that are selling Pokemon cards that don't necessarily know the values for.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it this way, okay? Like I said, I bought this Charizard card for $100. I bought this first edition Dark Blastoise for $125. It's holographic. I bought so many different cards like that that haven't really followed the market yet. And the reason why is this: card shops have so much inventory, so much inventory, that it's hard for them to really keep up, because they have multiple trading cards, multiple sports cards to really pay attention to. They can't really keep up with prices like we can, right? Because we are so focused and sub-focused on Pokemon cards, and that's just what we see. Yeah. These card shops can't update prices as fast as
the market is growing,
as we can, as fast as the market is growing as well. And so like within a month from now, like these prices become so out of hand that it becomes even more lucrative for even people to walk into a card shop and buy $100 Charizard card. I walked in my card shop a month ago and this was sitting there for $100. It was listed for $125, but I haggled it down to $100 yesterday. But this was sitting there for a month.
For $100?
Yeah, for $100.
Wow.
And I got it down to 100, and I came back in there today after a month.
You bought bulk though. You bought a lot, right? So you got a percentage off your total
worth of cards.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I even can share a similar story to there. Yeah. Hey. I share a similar story. I went to my local card shop for the first time. I've been collecting for over a year, and I went to my local card shop for the first time, and he had so many cards. He had a Neo Destiny box sitting in the back along with Platinum and Black, and he just like, yeah, I don't know, like he knows how much they're worth because he just like Googles TCG. But as far as like he had so many binders full, and he's like, yeah, if you need a card, just let me know. And he's just unaware of like how fast it's growing at the same time, and you could walk in there and buy something that's less than market value.
Think about this, okay? Back in April, in the midst of quarantine during the whole COVID epidemic, well, that pandemic is still going on right now, but I got into contact with a card shop in Canada. They had 2 Plasma Storm booster boxes, right?
Oh, I remember this story. You told me about this.
Yeah. I bought both of those Plasma Storm boxes for $750 a pop. At that time, market value was $1,600 to $1,800 in terms of market value. Mm-hmm. At that time, they even offered to go down to $600 for a box. But the reason why I accepted it for $750 in general is just because it's a card shop. They're already struggling. It's quarantine.
What was it again?
So why not?
Plasma Blast, you said?
Plasma Storm.
Plasma Storm. I'm about to see how much.
So this is that box is probably well over $4,000 now. I sold, as soon as I got it a week later, I sold one box for $2,000. $2,100 to be exact. $2,100 exactly.
Dang.
A month later, I sold the second box for $3,000. And the reason why I was able to sell it for $3,000 is because literally a week before, PokeRev sold each pack for $100 a pop, which basically valued the box for a little over $3,600.
And he has a premium on his.
And he had a premium on his at that time, and people still ate it up. Man. And this was back in June. Yeah, I sold that box back in June for $3,000. So like that goes to show you that there are still deals around. It's just that you have to put the legwork in, right? Mm-hmm. Like you can't just like cry about prices going up. Just go out there and do something about it.
Yeah, I see one for $5,000 right now. Jeez.
Yeah. If I held on to it, that'd have been $5,000. But I sold that and reinvested it into toys, which is a whole different topic.
It's totally worth it because let's think about this. Even though you missed out on $5,000, you reinvested into a card that's even worth more right now, right?
No, I invested that into toys.
Oh, yeah, even toys. I'm just saying in general. So it's not a bad move in general. Like, let's say you bought like that Crystal Lugia, right? But you paid with that $2,000, you invested into that Crystal Lugia that's for $1,000. But now it's like what, $10,000, $8,000? I don't know, something like that.
I bought a PSA 9. I got a good deal for it. I got a PSA 9 Crystal Lugia for $1,550.
Right. So what I'm saying is that money that you invested back into another card, that has appreciated also. So it's not like
That's why I never have any regrets, right? Like we were just talking about base sets, like Shivam, this is $200. Well, at that time,
that $200 was used to your Gold Star Charizard, which
I think so. It was either
more money.
Yeah, it was either that or my PSA 10 first edition Holo Dark Charizard. It was one of the other ones.
Either way, you could probably spend $200 more and got both of them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on a budget, so I have ball on a budget. So like, in this case, I couldn't. I wanted to, but I couldn't.
I'm sure.
But also, like, none of us could have predicted what was going to happen, right? Like, if I knew what I knew now, and I had the budget of what I was spending now, like I'm spending about like $2,000, $3,000 on cards every single month. Right.
Yeah.
So like if I was buying, like, I was just telling you this before the stream, like at that time a Crystal Charizard was like $1,900 for a PSA 10. I could have spent that money then, but I was too scared.
Yeah. I mean, hindsight 2020, right?
Right.
Man, talking about that like hurts my head. I'm just like, oh, we could have, but we didn't. But dude, I have one pack after my collab, which I have a collab coming up. I'm doing the scare challenge again, and let's just say it didn't turn out really well. But how crazy would be, because we opened only 10 packs and I had like 2 packs left, and I opened the other one like just to open it. But how crazy would it have been? Second episode, Shiny Zard.
Do it. You won't. You're scared.
No, I am gonna do it. That's why I built this up. Who's in here? Whoever's still in here, let's get some lightning and let's open this and let's get that Shiny Zard.
Yeah, or you got to pull this bad boy.
Get away. That was free for you. I don't even want to hear it, bro.
Yeah, that was free.
Don't tell me the story. I don't want to hear it. All right, let's do this. Do it. Okay, here we go. Zard incoming, guys. We got the Dragon Tamer in here. We got a Zard incoming. Let's go. Let's get the fire. See, people even came in here just to see card pull. I thought about that last week. I'm like, we just did a whole episode and we didn't open any cards.
Yeah, I mean, we're boring people anyways.
Yeah. Dude, that was so funny, the intro. I was like, hey, let's run over the intro real quick. And I was like, yo, what's up? My name's Yizzy. And then Shivam did.
My name is Shivam.
I'm like, bro, please don't do that. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Whoop. We got the Hop. Team Yogrunt. It's very clear. I didn't realize how, like,
clear super clear.
Yeah. All right, I'm here literally drinking tea with y'all. Oh, next week we are gonna drink tea on stream. I told him like how are we like going through a whole episode and not drinking tea? Here we go.
Yeah, we're fake.
Here we go. No, I'm not gonna do it. I was so close to tearing it up, but yeah, dang man.
Oof.
I'm not. I think I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna get okay. Shivam, tell me now. Should I give up opening Champion's Path at 251 packs or 300? I'm at 2. Before you say that, 214. I'm at 234 right now.
234. I think you should stop right now.
What is the chat thing? Should I stop or not?
Okay, and this is why I say stop.
Never
okay?
give up.
This is exactly why I say stop, okay?
And don't say it from an investment standpoint. Ooh.
Okay, from a money conscientious standpoint, you spent how much just for those 214
No, I say don't
packs?
Don't use that. Don't use it.
But this is not an investment. This is money conscientious. Which one's going to save you more money?
Okay. Let me.
So like,
I'll do the math for you.
Think about it this way. Let's say for example, let's just say each pack costs you $3, right?
Mm-hmm.
You open up already 200 some packs. That's already worth what the card itself costs. You could have bought the card yourself.
236 times 5, $1,180.
You could have bought both of them.
Stop. No, I think it's gonna go down to $300. I really do. $400.
I think it's gonna hit 150.
Really? Which one?
Yeah. Both.
No, it can't because the shiny Zard didn't even hit that, and there's more hype around this.
Second wave hasn't even come out yet. Do you know how
Also,
much?
guys, this is not any advice investment. What do we call this? How do we?
This is a disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
We're not telling you what the market will go to. It's just our Poke Passion opinion. That's what we hashtag Poke Passion opinion.
There's 2 more ways of all of these products that are coming out. Do you realize like there's gonna be so much inventory? This is a company. TCPI is a company. Their job
What
is
does
to
TCPI
sell
stand for?
The Pokemon Company International.
Ooh. Wait.
Okay. Their job is to sell as much product as possible. You really think that they sent just a small little allocation to the United States and that's it? Nah, dog. They're gonna continuously pump out product in small waves so they sell out and then they're still able to keep pushing out product.
Yeah.
I mean, we all thought last year when Hidden Fates came out, we were all told and led to believe that Hidden Fates was gonna be a very, very limited set, and once it's sold, it's sold. Nah, dog. They're still putting out Hidden Fates stuff.
Yeah. Look at my background. You wanna see? You ready for this? This may make you cringe.
All the tins that you open up?
No, they're even unopened too.
Oh wow, even better.
I'm gonna do a big box break soon. I think.
Nah, just Yizzy, sell all of the stuff that you have right now.
No, that's what vintage. It is. I'm box breaking it like a box.
Oh, okay,
break.
that's smart. That's smart.
Yeah, I'm gonna reinvest that money back into something I'm looking at, like grading a lot of my cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Beckett. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a really that Zard I was telling you about. I want to do it before I have to pay $200 a card. I don't want to pay $200 a card just to grade it.
I had people who have their like I have a Shadowless Charizard I'm sitting on my desk for one of my clients, and he does not want me to send. No. This is for Mr. Unknown in the Discord. So like he's still he's like, hey, wait, and I'm like, bro, why do you want to wait? This card is spiking in value. Yeah. But this week I have one of my clients' first edition Shadowless Blastoise, first edition Shadowless Clefairy, first edition Shadowless Chansey, all coming back this week from PSA. So
Chippy?
No, this is Cheese. CH33Z3.
I remember. I gave him a hard time when he was I forgot he dissed somebody. I'm like, dude, you're a terrible person, and he's like, it's just facts, man.
I mean,
but
let me see if I can pull it out. Chaos Dragon. Yeah, right here. Shadowless Charizard right here.
Dude, I remember when he posted that. Oh, by the way, we do have a Discord and we do talk about Pokemon a lot. Yes. Anyways, I need to make a screen for that too, like I have for the Blaine's Charizard. I'll do that more. I've got a lot of growing to do, but next week we're gonna keep it super professional. We're gonna kind of be on topic. I know we're just rambling now, and thank you everyone here for staying. Like honestly, you don't have to. I do love I think I've talked to everyone here too. Like, and I slid into everyone's here's DMs. That sounds wrong, but you know. But yeah, thank y'all so much for it's just Poke Tea time, you know? We come up with the spicy stuff, you know? And every day I'm coming up with more spicy things.
Yeah, our Discord is in my Instagram, so at Notshivam, you can go into the profile right there. The link tree is right there. You just tap on the link tree, and there's the Discord.
Yeah. I need to throw that in my thing too. Throw it in my link tree.
You need to throw it in there.
I will post once this comes out and pins. I will be posting Notshivam's Instagram link into the description also. So make sure y'all check that out. He does have a TikTok as well, Notshivam. He just hit. Congrats on 13K. I saw that post.
Yeah, man. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
13,000. Now we just need to get you to hit $1,000 on YouTube subscribers. Dude, You're at 887. You just gotta push. You just gotta push for it, man.
I do. I have big aspirations for it right now, and you know what? I am going to tell you what it is, and all 9 people right now. So this is what I have. This is undisclosed. No, undisclosed. Disclosed now. I'm gonna disclose the information for next week, and it's really spicy. This is what I'm gonna do. I have like 50 packs. What I'm going to do, Shivam, I'm gonna throw you to woe because you keep yawning on me. Okay, cool. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to be giving away, this is my celebration. This is not a giveaway because I want to celebrate. I want to pay it forward, but pay it forward to the people that actually watch my stuff and are like friends with me, right? Not just these code goblins that are just, want to get in the giveaway. But I have 50 packs of like Darkness Ablaze. I've got maybe some evolutions. I may throw some Champions Path. I'm really hesitant on Hidden Fates because I haven't pulled a Zard and it's kind of sad. But I have all these cards. You're going to come on my stream. This is going to be live on my channel on November 1st. I'll give you a time later. You jump on my stream, right? You either have to have Skype or Zoom. I'll give you the link. It's probably going to be Skype. I'm going to call you. You're going to be live. Kind of what Shivam is here right now, right? He's going to phone in, and I'm going to be like, all right, answer one question. Name the heaviest Pokemon in Gen 1.
Pikachu.
Wrong. Okay. Name the first 3 starter Gen Pokemon. Gen 1.
Scorbunny, Grookey, and Sobble.
I hate you so much. Anyways, thank you for answering right, Shivam. Send me your email and I will mail you a 1 pack of Darkness Ablaze. And then I'm going to kick you off and the next person comes in. And that's how I'm going to celebrate my 1K subscriber. You can win free packs from me and you jump on my live. I think it's pretty cool because I can talk to my subscribers too, right? I can talk to them, interact with them. I can say hello for 15 seconds and they can leave, right? So Shivam, I hope you jump on my 1K and answer 1 question and I'll send you 1 pack.
I'm going to answer them all wrong on purpose.
Okay. You just did, bro. And you're a terrible example. I may use this when I make the video. So that's how I'm going to do my 1K. Yeah. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to push that pretty hard. I'm really trying to get to 1K, so it may work. And then I also have I've talked to you about this, but I don't want to disclose it yet. But I think it's going to happen it's going to happen in November. I've already scheduled it. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, you already told me this. Okay.
Yeah. You think I should tell everybody here?
No, I'd say wait.
Okay, cool.
Do it on. I'd say disclose it the day of you actually doing this whole event.
Oh, that's so smart, dude. That's a good idea.
Hashtag marketing. Hashtag Shiv knows what he's talking about. Hashtag Shiv speaketh facts.
I just dabbed twice for you.
Thanks, man.
But so that's what I'm gonna do. So if y'all want to come in, win some free packs, come live. Download Skype. Go ahead and download Skype right now. Yeah, most people have Skype, right? I may do a Discord. Maybe do Discord. I don't know. I feel like that may be easier because everybody has Discord, right? Not everybody has Skype. So I may do Discord, but that's what I'm going to do. You come on my live. You get to talk to me. Not that it's anything special, but you get to talk to me. And yeah, you get to have a good time. Answer 1 question, and I'll send the packs to you. You think I should open the packs for them on live and then just send them the hits?
Maybe not.
I'll ask them, you know?
Yeah, ask
I'll
them.
ask them. I was like, I'll send you the hits, put in a nice little card saver. Those are really expensive, by the way. Put in a nice little card saver, or a top loader and mail it out to you. Free of charge.
Yes, sir.
But other than that, Shivam, you have anything to add to our closing?
Nope. All I just have to say is definitely follow Yizzy if you haven't subscribed to his Instagram. To his YouTube. Definitely do that. Follow him on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Notshivam and TikTok at Notshivam. So yeah, we're all pushing for new growths in terms of numbers. We want Yizzy to hit 1,000
by November 1st.
This month. 1,000 by this month.
It's my anniversary, dude.
Oh, congrats, man.
No. Like November 1st will be my anniversary.
Oh, wow. Okay, then
so
yeah. Heck yeah.
I'm going to push hard for it. Yeah.
Well, how many followers are you at right now on Instagram?
8. No. For my sorry. For my YouTube.
Yeah, how many followers are you at right now on Instagram?
87. I think it went down. It was like 890 and it went down.
No, yeah, you're at 887 on YouTube, but how many followers do you have on Instagram?
Dude, it got a nice little bump. 1,567. It was like at 15, 20, 30 last week. I don't know where it came from, but
yeah. So now, we got to get Yizzy to 2,000. I'm at 5,500 on Instagram. I want to get to a good solid. I want to get to 10 grand. I want that swipe up feature, bro. I want that swipe up feature so bad, so freaking bad.
By the end of the year,
hopefully. I'm already starting to get verified people from TikTok hitting me up, so that's pretty cool.
That is pretty
cool. TikTok, I'm at 13,000, so I'm trying to make that push for 20K. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, follow him, follow me. We're grinding. We're the people's champ too. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll disclosing. Like Shivam, he just told me today about that Blaine Charizard, and like he didn't even have to do it, and then he hasn't even bought one himself. And he's like, I want to let people know about this. So that's awesome. He's letting you know about the Magic cards. So yeah, we're definitely all for y'all. We love the community, and yeah, let's get it going, guys.
Yeah.
Pokemon Tea Time, episode 2.
Pokemon Tea Time. Sit, Deuces. Bye.
No, that's loot boxes, bro. Don't, okay, you come up with
No,
a
he
real one right
dabs.
now.
He dabs in deuces. I say
Come up
sips,
with one right now. Come up with a
sips,
real one right now. Let's come up with a
sips,
real one right now.
deuces. Bye.
No, dude, we gotta come up with a real one. Oh, we'll talk
No,
about for next one.
I'm being serious. Sips tea,
Okay.
deuces, salute off. That's fire.
What do
You
y'all
know
think?
that's
What do y'all
fire.
think, chat? I'm sorry I'm holding y'all, but what do y'all think? I like the sip. I like the sip.
A sip. Wait, we gotta do pinkies out.
Okay.
Pinkies out.
Mm-hmm.
Deuces.
Uh-huh.
Salute.
Okay. Wait, so did I win it? Pinky out.
Sit.
Uh-huh.
Deuces. Salute out.
Can we replace the deuces somewhere?
Like, nah. We gotta do deuces. Because deuces is saying goodbye. Or I mean, sips and salute. I mean, that's kind of weird. But like, you're transitioning from all the way up to here. So I mean, you don't have to do the I thing. You're just gonna say deuces and then just you gotta have that piece, bro. We're 90s kids.
Can we do this? Like this piece? Is that?
I mean, you can, but I'm going like this.
Okay, so I like that.
I'm going sips, deuces, salute.
Let's do that. All right. Okay.
That's fire.
Guys, thank you for tuning in, and I guess we're out.
Sips, pieces. I mean, deuces. Salute. We're gonna have it down.
We'll work it out. All right. See y'all later.
Yeah.